Immigration news in the United States continues to evolve rapidly, and in October 2025, the conversation around lawful permanent residents, often called green card holders, has gained renewed attention. For years, many people who held permanent residency believed they were largely protected from removal unless they committed serious offenses. However, recent developments have made it clear that policies and priorities can shift, and these changes may affect some permanent residents more directly than before. The U.S. administration has emphasized its intention to review and enforce immigration rules more strictly, particularly in areas that relate to residency requirements, compliance with immigration law, and national security considerations. While this has caused concern among many immigrants, it's important to understand what these changes mean in practical terms, who may be affected, and what steps individuals can take to stay informed and compliant with existing law. Officials have confirmed that updated enforcement priorities are being discussed at high levels of government. According to statements made by senior officials, the administration is focusing on tightening oversight mechanisms, which may lead to more frequent reviews of permanent resident status in specific situations. These developments are part of a broader immigration policy strategy aimed at enhancing border and national security while ensuring compliance with residency conditions. It's crucial to clarify that these discussions do not automatically mean that all green card holders are at risk of removal. The majority of lawful permanent residents who follow U.S. laws and comply with immigration requirements will not be affected. The policy focus is primarily on individuals who fall under particular categories, such as those who may have violated criminal laws, failed to meet certain residency obligations, or are identified under national security concerns. Agencies including U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, and U.S. Customs and Border Protection have indicated they are increasing their review processes for some cases. This reflects a larger national policy trend towards stricter enforcement rather than a new law targeting any specific group. Statements from government leaders in October 2025 have reinforced this emphasis on enforcement. Senior officials have explained that legal permanent residents who maintain compliance with the law have no reason to panic. However, they also made clear that green card status can be reviewed and, in limited circumstances, revoked if certain legal or security thresholds are met. Among the factors that can lead to such reviews are serious criminal convictions. U.S. immigration law already includes provisions that allow authorities to remove individuals who commit specific crimes or who engage in activities that threaten public safety or national security. Another area that can trigger review is extended absence from the United States without proper authorization or reentry documentation. In addition, questions about financial dependency on certain public benefits may be considered in line with existing laws and regulations, though not all assistance programs lead to negative immigration consequences. An important point to note is that any action involving revocation of permanent resident status must follow legal procedures and is subject to due process. This means individuals have the right to a hearing, representation, and the opportunity to contest any decision. Immigration law in the United States is complex, and each case is assessed individually. The recent public attention to these enforcement measures has been partly fueled by several high-profile cases that have drawn national and international scrutiny. In one widely discussed case, a lawful permanent resident faced deportation proceedings related to national security concerns. Legal experts and advocacy groups have closely followed such cases because they highlight the balance between immigration enforcement and the protection of individual rights. Government officials have stated that national security remains a top priority, and this may involve identifying individuals believed to be engaged in activities that could pose security risks. However, they have also reiterated that these decisions are not made arbitrarily. They must be supported by evidence and handled through proper legal channels. Civil rights organizations have responded by emphasizing the importance of transparency, due process, and legal representation for anyone facing immigration enforcement actions. Many advocacy groups are encouraging lawful permanent residents to stay informed about their rights, maintain updated documentation, and seek legal advice if they have concerns about their status. Immigration attorneys also remind permanent residents to keep their green cards valid, maintain a clear record of their travel outside the United States, and avoid extended absences without re-entry permits. They advise individuals to stay current with any legal obligations, including tax filings and address updates with immigration authorities to avoid unnecessary complications. It's also important to highlight that these immigration enforcement discussions do not change the core rights of green card holders. Permanent residents continue to have the right to live and work in the United States, access education, and eventually apply for U.S. citizenship if eligible. The legal framework that governs immigration remains in place, and any changes in enforcement do not override constitutional protections or established legal processes. In October 2025, policy discussions have also touched on legislative proposals that could potentially expand or clarify the conditions under which permanent residency may be reviewed. These are discussions only. No new laws have yet been passed regarding mass revocations or blanket deportations of lawful permanent residents. Legislators have stated that any changes would need to go through proper legislative procedures, including debate, public input, and legal review. Public statements from high-level officials have underscored their commitment to what they describe as protecting national security while respecting the rights of legal residents. They emphasized that lawful permanent residents who comply with U.S. laws are not a target of enforcement actions. Instead, the focus is on cases involving legal violations or verified security threats. In addition to these enforcement discussions, there are also ongoing efforts to improve legal immigration pathways. The U.S. continues to issue work visas, student visas, family-based immigrant visas, and employment-based green cards. Programs such as the B1 and B2 visitor visas, L1A and L1B work visas, H1B visas, and immigrant visa categories EB1, EB2, EB3, EB4, and EB5 remain active. Family-based immigration also continues to be a core part of the U.S. immigration system. For individuals who aspire to apply for permanent residency or citizenship in the future, staying informed and maintaining legal status is crucial. Those who are already permanent residents should continue to comply with the law and keep accurate records. The current climate in October 2025 may feel uncertain, but knowledge, preparation, and legal support can provide clarity and confidence. Immigration is a constantly evolving area of policy, and staying informed is one of the best protections anyone can have. As this story develops, it's also important to remember that enforcement policies do not define the entire immigration landscape. Many permanent residents continue to live stable, secure lives in the U.S., build successful careers, raise families, and contribute to their communities. Immigration updates can often sound alarming when taken out of context, so it's best to rely on official statements and trusted legal information. If you are a green card holder and have concerns about your status, speaking with a qualified immigration attorney or accredited legal service provider can help you understand your specific situation and options. We will continue to monitor developments in U.S. immigration policy and share clear, fact-based updates. Our goal is to help viewers stay informed, understand their rights, and navigate their immigration journey with confidence. If you find this information helpful, we encourage you to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can receive timely immigration updates. We aim to provide accurate information that empowers individuals, supports families, and strengthens communities. Thank you for watching and staying informed. We'll continue to bring you the latest verified immigration news and updates to help you stay ahead and make well-informed decisions for yourself and your loved ones.